I I thought our offense was good both halves. I thought our defense was good, better in the second half. I don't think we were very good defensively in the first half, but second half we were better and were able to push it out. But I think offensively, again, we found a rhythm and kind of was able to methodically build.
It's the difference that they can get you going. They cut the lead to 3. Jackson gets a steal. Vestori's on the ground for 2 steals,
Yeah.
and it kind of sparks a run.
Those were really big plays, and Steve Vestori is just so rock solid. He makes those plays. It was great to see guys getting on the floor. I mean, that's, a habit we need, but I thought that kind of gave us some energy there. Demetrius's energy was really a key for us, and he's just getting better and better and taking more control of our group.
How frustrating do you think it is to play against a team like you where it doesn't matter what happens, you still just continue to make shots, and different guys make shots, different guys do this. You look up, you still shoots 56% from the
Yeah. I mean, we just have, our ability to pass is such a strength to find open people, and we're really, really willing passers. Certainly, I was thrilled to see VJ come back. I thought he came back much more smoothly than I would have expected. He makes those 2 free throws. He hadn't played in a while. He knocks down. I think that was a great start for him. But there's a lot of ways we can put numbers on the board, and the thing is, you kind of let them figure it out a little bit. I think it's a group, and I've had a couple like this. You don't want to overcoach them. Let them make reads. But I thought Demetrius Jackson in the second half, in each game, he has really a great command of our system now. And he's moving guys around and quarterbacking and pointing, and that's something that's really encouraging as we near ACC season.
You've talked about Pat being old reliable. How reliable has this team been for you where, like you said, this might be going well here, there, let them figure it out, and by the time they figure it out, you look up, it's another 30-plus,
Yeah.
8+.
I'm really proud of this group. I told them in there, I said, I'm really proud of how we handled this first segment. We've handled it great. We've gotten more confident. We've gotten to understand each other. The one thing I did tell them was I need more from them when they come back because we are in ACC regular season mode. And I also told them, I don't know if I've been more excited about having a team play the ACC season than this group. I can't wait to get back with them Saturday night and work with them because they're really it's a heck of a class to teach every day.
Do you look at Hartford kind of like this point last year with Canisius? Like this is the
Yeah.
first ACC, it's your second ACC game.
No,
Now.
and Hartford has Canisius tendencies. They're picked to win their league. They're old. They're going to be in the Midwest for like 5 days before our game. They're going to be in Chicago. They're going to be hanging around here, practice here twice. I told them just in there, like, ACC season starts December 30th, that game. So, we got to treat it like an ACC game. And I think, again, that's a team that could win their league.
You mentioned VJ coming back smoothly. Is his next step how he feels tomorrow? Is that a situation?
Yeah, I would like to know, playing. I said like 12 to 15, but, I'm glad we got him there at 11. He was only sore Saturday morning. He had practiced 2 days. So he didn't do anything Saturday. Yesterday, we didn't do much. Today in shoot around, he was moving, and tonight he went pretty. So I'm interested to see where he's at. I feel like, he's really healed quick because this thing, I'm really encouraged by it. But you just want to make sure, it doesn't reoccur. So let's see how he feels tomorrow, and maybe we have to ease him a little bit, 27, 28, those first 2 practices.
Mike, you said you told them you need more from them, but I mean, what buttons do you push now to go to the next level?
I'm going to think about that over Christmas, and I bet I'll come up with a couple. But I just want the sense of urgency has been pretty darn high, but we need it higher. Our concentration better. I think you really got to hold them to it, and we've been pretty darn good. But I think that's something we have to, I have to demand even more when we come back so they know, wow, it is a little different now than that first segment.
It seems like this group knows their individual roles really well. How do they compare to some of the other very good teams you've had here?
I think they compare with all of the really good ones we've had. when they don't experiment with their roles and do what they should do, and they really have not done that. They've kind of understood who they are. Again, when you have a group that takes ownership of itself, like this group, when a guy tries to experiment, when you have it policed before it gets to me, that's really powerful. And we do have that dynamic with the older guys, and even Demetrius Jackson as a sophomore, policing things. He gets after those big guys. He confronts people. That's a real strong personality developing that's going to help us. I thought there's some Ben Hansborough there with him, as far as he's going to drive the train hard. And he's doing it a little more. Certainly next year, everybody else on the team better watch out, or he may strangle somebody. But you know what? In February, I may have him strangle somebody in February. There's a lot to work with there. And when I had Ben, you kind of let Ben go do it, man.
You talked about the strides he made as a player because of Italy. Did you see some of those Hansbrough-like traits in it? When did that start to develop?
I've seen those really, not in the summer, the last month. He's very demanding, and he wants his team to be good. And some of the things he's saying in huddles at timeouts is really powerful.
Isn't that kind of amazing to you, considering
Yeah,
where he was?
yeah, he's come a long way, but that's always been a trait of his. I mean, he's got that. I'm excited about nurturing that. That's going to really help this team and the future.
So it's just a matter of him, from your perspective, just locking in confidence-wise?
Yeah, I know I've said it a lot, but God, when he knew, when we came back from Greensboro, and you could say in the first, you're the point guard, you're my guy, you're the quarterback. I mean, that's 75% of it right there. Like, you're it. And as I've said, I got to coach him as my starting point guard in July and August. That was really helpful. Didn't have to wait till October. That was really helpful.
Mike, when you get him back, what's the lesson plan? You talk about teaching. What's the lesson plan?
Well, I think we got to get back. We have not had maybe a great practice routine the last 4 days because you're trying to rest guys. And the other thing I talked to him about was, how do you handle a Saturday, Monday? That's another thing I talked about, because January 3rd, 5th is an important Saturday, Monday. And so I kind of put that out there, and but we didn't practice much Sunday. We just kind of shot and stretched out. I think practice habits, what we got to do? Got to do a lot more game situations, because we're going to be in a lot of close games. How are we playing? Can we get the big stop? Can we execute and get the ball in Jaron's hands to make a play, or Demetrius's hands to make a play, or get Pat in a driving opportunity? Heavy game situations when we get back.
Pat Connaughton said he's a much better leader this year than he was last year. What do you see different in him?
Well, I also think the deck is clear. Atkins isn't around, Sherman isn't around. I think the stage was clear for him. But I talked to him a bunch in the spring and the summer about it. I think he always, even as a underclassman, he underestimated how powerful his voice would be and how loved and respected he is. I think he understands that, and I've been very proud of him, what he's done. And you know what? I've been really proud of Jaron. Jaron's been a voice, man. He's been a voice. He's led, and I didn't know if we'd really ever get that out of him, nor did I care. But that's been an added bonus.
Is Pat's toughness or his talent the biggest factor in his rebound productivity?
I think it's a combination of both. You're talking about a great athlete, the way he bounces. But then he's got a toughness and a nose and a relentlessness we're spoiled watching him, and I'm spoiled coaching him. That's one guy you miss when he's gone, because he's the same every day. His demeanor is great every day. He's upbeat, and you know what? We're going to need that demeanor, because it ain't all going to be parades, when we come back. There's going to be some tough nights.
How tough is it, do you think, to get basketball ready when you don't have a full summer to work on your game, hone your craft?
Only this guy. I mean, he's unique. I think I mentioned that in the second practice for Italy, we looked like he'd been with us all summer. Now, I think he was sneaking out and playing basketball when he was with the Orioles, but I'm not going to tell anybody. But that's why he's a fabulous athlete, to be able to do that and handle that and kind of get back in the swing of things. And you know, it's a unique psyche, and what a great ambassador he's been for our university. My God, he's one of the best we've ever had.
Given everything.
Double figures tonight.
Yeah.
How big is the balance heading into?
Yeah, I think that's really huge for us, that different guys can score it, and guys are secure with different guys scoring it. That's a big key moving forward. You know, human nature is human nature, but guys are secure of moving that ball and riding somebody else who's scoring the ball. But to hear them talk about it, like, they really love that about themselves. They love that they have different ways of coming at people.
Given everything you went through last year, did you think it would look this easy 13 years through?
I thought we'd be good, Tom. We're a little ahead of schedule. You know, I thought we'd be good. I didn't know we would be pounding people by 30, but I thought I felt we had a lot to work with, especially after watching us in Italy. But you know, we've matured quicker. But you know, when you look back at it, our young guys got to play a lot last year. It wasn't great results all the time, but they were in games. And I'm glad we're benefiting from some of that, because we bled a lot playing them last year. And then our two seniors have been, you know, the one thing at the end of last year, you know, you need some hope. So I told Rod Balanis, I said, put up the 15 best returning players in the league. This was after the guys, the one and dones and everything. You know, and I walk by that every day, and Connaughton Grant were in that, probably in the top 10. And I go, okay, that's a pretty good place to start. That's a pretty good place to start, Grant and Connaughton. And they certainly have delivered, and it's, again, it's neat to see other guys delivering. But we got a great vibe about us, a great spirit about us.
How long was that up? Did you leave it up?
I probably left that up till we started practice for Italy. Needed to remind myself, oh, that's right, I got those two guys. And I'm pretty sure they're coming back.
Is there something about Pat that people don't see in the arena that you know?
He's got a great sense of humor. He keeps my assistant coaches loose. When they're a little up, when Coach Solomon gets a little uptight, Pat can say something to him and loosen him up. He's the only guy who can get away with that. He's just got a great way about him. And I think that sense of humor is good, has been good in heated games. You know, UMass, we're not playing well early. That personality helps in the timeouts on the floor. Michigan State the whole night. We're fine. We got it. We'll be all right. And we're going to really need that January, February, March. Merry Christmas to all of you. See you later.